Want the true Western hunt experience? Book your hunt of a lifetime today with Highland Outfitters, LLC. Located in Highland, Wyoming, 50 miles west of Casper. Their location in central Wyoming gives you access to some of the best hunting areas in the state. Highland specializes in archery hunts for elk and antelope. Their operations include Wyoming, Texas, and Africa. Highland Outfitters employs some of the finest guides in the business. All guides are licensed by the Wyoming Board of Professional Outfitters and Guides. No matter what the species you decide to hunt, you can count on your guide giving you 110% of being the true professional guide from start to finish. Book your hunt today at 307-797-3311 or 307-797-3312. Visit them on the web at HighlandOutfitters.com. With Highland Outfitters, you will get the true Western adventure.
Folks, welcome to another episode of On the Limb Podcast with Nature's Voice Game Calls, where deer camp becomes a reality for every listener. Join us as we talk God, family, country, and everything outdoors. Kick back, relax, and have a listen. Now, here's your host and co-host, Mike and Dan.
Well, good evening, everyone. Welcome back to On the Limb Podcast with Nature's Voice Game Calls. We had a pretty busy week last week.
Sure did.
Had finished up the West Virginia Hunting and Fishing Show here in Charleston, brought to you by the West Virginia Trophy Hunters Association.
Yeah.
Kind of sad we wasn't able to attend Sunday because of the
rainy,
abominable
icy
snowman coming through the Northeast. It was affecting, what was it, like 200 and some thousand,
something like that. Yeah, it was.
I know it was like,
we didn't get near the snow they called for, but the ice and rain, turning into ice, really.
20,000 flights canceled.
Yep.
2.5 foot in snow in Pennsylvania.
Yeah, they can keep it up there.
Yeah. So, but yeah, we had a great show. Dan, tell us a little bit about the show.
Yeah. So, like I said, it was Friday and Saturday was pretty busy. Saturday, especially from 9 till probably about
2,
4.
I'd say
4. It
4.
really died out about 4.
Yeah.
You seen like 4 or 5 people walking the aisles at that time.
Yeah. Friday it came in spurts.
Yeah, it did. Well, you got to think people worked in the morning when they come. I'd say some people probably come for lunchtime or something, and then after work shut down. You know, it got pretty busy there for a while.
Yeah, we'd have a like an hour and a half rush, and
then
it would slow down for a little bit, and then you'd have another hour and a half rush, and then I think about after 4:30, 5 o'clock, it started to get pretty heavy right up till about 8 o'clock.
Yeah, about 7:30, 8 o'clock.
7:30, 8 o'clock. Yeah.
Yep.
And of course, we had to leave because we had to go set up for the live podcast that we done over at Fife
Street. Yep.
And we had a good one again.
Oh yeah, we did. Yeah, we had a great one, man. Chef was awesome on there as always.
I'm so glad he showed up this year.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think he had a good time.
Oh yeah, he had a blast.
Yeah.
You can tell he was talking about it. But yeah, he talked about ways to cook in the backcountry, you know, since we was with backcountry hunters and anglers.
Yep.
So yeah, he had some recipes and tips and tricks on how to cook in the backcountry when you don't have a big kitchen in front of you.
For sure. So. A lot of people don't know. I mean, that was presented by Onyx Hunt.
Yep.
Onyx. And one of our partners is Trout Routes, and we are partnered with the Onyx Maps too, because
speaking of Trout Routes,
a whole family of businesses there.
You can use our promo code Nature's26 and get your 3-month free subscription to Trout Routes. It's one of our great partners, like Mike was just saying. You can check out new streams that you've never seen, maybe didn't know about them. They've mapped a ton of them, guys. New access points, and if there's a fly shop anywhere near you or a fishing tackle store near you on the river that you're at, you can find that on Trout Routes app. So check them out and get your free membership for 3 months.
Yep. And like you said, Trout Routes,
Onyx
Hunt,
Onyx
Off-Road, Maps.
All the Onyx.
They actually have a backcountry.
Yeah, they do now.
So
I think they got an Onyx ski or something. I've seen
something.
They
Really?
I seen something about that. Maybe it was the backcountry, talking about skiing in the backcountry or something.
Dang, that's crazy.
Yeah, it was pretty cool. They got it dialed in on that aspect of mapping.
Yeah, I think that they have the mapping app and all that stuff on lockdown.
Oh yeah,
I mean they're pretty heavily into that. So Anyways, be sure to check us out on Spotify, Apple Podcast, Amazon Music, YouTube, or wherever you get your podcast. So we'll go ahead and get right into our guest this
Absolutely.
evening.
It's a good one. We've had him on before.
We've had Mr. Case on before.
Yep.
He's coming back in from the hunting, or I was going to say hunting show.
No.
But it's the SHOT Show out there in Las Vegas. So without further ado, Mr. Case, how you doing this evening?
I'm good. Can you hear me now?
Oh yeah, we got you.
Yeah,
good.
we got you. We got you. We had a little technical difficulty there earlier, huh?
Something like that.
I think you guys just do it for me, really.
Well, you said last time I was on, did we not? Have you all ever got this figured out? I'm like, it's on you this time, bub.
Okay, if you say so.
Yeah, if I say so.
I don't think you're supposed to blame the guest.
Oh, he knew it was coming.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
So
man.
you're just coming back from SHOT Show out there in Vegas. How was your time out there?
I went and survived another SHOT Show. I can only give you my own personal, view on it. It's, it's hard for me to describe because it's very overwhelming. SHOT Show, that stands for Shooting, Hunting, Outdoor Trade Show. It's the greatest show on earth and all of that. It's humongous, overwhelming. I tried to scribble a couple things here. Probably 52 to 55,000 people attended this year. It's about 2,500 media types.
Oh, wow.
And getting that many together in one place. Every state in the union, 126 countries. It's put on by the NSSF, the National Shooting Sports Foundation.
Yes, sir.
And that's a big deal of the year. They do a heck of a job. It's in the Venetian or Sands, I don't know, Expo. It's behind the Venetian, connected to the Venetian, hotel and casino. It's humongous.
Yeah,
and I
there's money at that casino, did you?
830,000 square feet.
Wow.
Of displays. It's 19 acres, 14 miles of owls that you could walk, but you can't see it all. You can't in the time allotted. You're there. The show is from Tuesday to Friday. The Monday before, I usually go, and they have an event the day before it starts called Industry Day on the Range. And you load up early Monday morning. They put you on a bus and take you about an hour out to this huge shooting facility. And just about anybody you can think of and a lot you've never heard of are set up there basically with booths, you could say.
Oh, yeah.
But it's a shooting range. So you can walk up and shoot about anything, that you've ever heard of. To be honest, there weren't shotguns there this year, and I was disappointed to see that. I don't know why, but any kind of a rifle, pistol, including quite a few fully automatic things, were there.
Watching some of the videos on that, from people that were there and posting on social medias, seemed like it was definitely the year for the suppressor out there at the SHOT Show.
You're right, and they called it that. Lots of people making suppressors now, and I'm sure that was coming because, as you know, the first of the year was they took off the
NFA tax.
I'm sorry?
NFA tax?
Yeah, the tax if you had to buy the $200 fee.
Right.
You had to pay the government. They took that off, so now you just buy a suppressor, and the times to get that okayed are, they're vastly different from what they were. I mean, you might get it in a couple days or less than a week. The first suppressor I bought some years ago, it took a year
Oh, wow.
to get okayed and get the paperwork back and blah, blah, blah. But a lot different now. I'm a big person, advocate of suppressors for just shooting and hunting. It helps, it helps with recoil. It helps obviously with sound. It's great for kids and new shooters. It takes a lot of that intimidation factor out.
Oh, yeah.
But I'm right. That's what I usually say. It's just a better shooting experience. And, for a long time, we were held back on that basically because people didn't, they didn't want us putting a muffler on our gun. That's basically what a suppressor is.
Absolutely.
Yep.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, absolutely. That's all it is. We're forced to have mufflers on our cars, but we got to pay this extra tax stamp
Yeah.
to muffler our firearms.
Yeah.
The suppressor, silencer, same thing. Got a bad rap for so long. What I tell people for many, many years, most of us, the only place we saw one was in the movies. And who was it that always had a suppressor, a silencer? It's the bad guy,
Yeah.
And he made a suppressor on his gun, and that it's not like that in the real world as far as recreational shooting and hunting. It's a great thing, and I'm for. Before I forget, of course, many people making them now. If you want to think about looking up a company, you can look up. Everybody can look it up. On the World Wide Web. I've been writing some stuff, doing a few things with their dead air suppressors.
Yep.
Okay.
I just picked one up January the 1st. Just got it in a couple days ago.
Cool. They've got good stuff. I'm getting ready to get one, hopefully pretty soon, for 22 rimfire, and be doing some articles on that. And nice. 22 rimfire, a 22 rifle suppressed with subsonic ammo. It's a lot of fun.
It is. I just picked one of those up myself too. It was not the dead air. I went with the silencer Ghost Sparrow.
Right.
I shot it today actually out back, and I bought some 710 foot per second rounds. Literally, you could not hear anything.
Yeah.
Other than iron pin hitting. It's a BB gun.
I subsonic ammo suppressed. I really like to squirrel hunt with that.
Yeah, I
like that.
You said it was dead air silencers?
Dead air armament.
I don't know exactly how I know it's dead air. If you look up dead air and put silencers or suppressors, their site should come up.
Yeah. See if is this their logo here?
Well, I'm not seeing you.
Do you see what's on the screen? You see it, Dan?
No, I'm not watching
them. I believe that's it. The dead air silencers.
That's there. Yes.
Yeah, that's it.
Titanium. Some of them are really light. It's good stuff. And I was looking at some of their new stuff coming out of shot.
Yeah, I've looked at a few of their new ones, the Sandman X and the other one I'm really looking at. I can't think of it off the top of my head now, but it's in my cart for purchase in a timely manner. But anyhow, back to the show a little bit. What were some of the highlights of the show for you? And any new products or technologies that really caught your eye while you was out there?
So much there. The couple things that stand out. One of the things really stands in my mind. There's a company I want the people out there to look up, and you can look up SDS, S Sam, D David, S Sam, SDS, and it'll, these companies are connected, and there's connected with them is a company, a group called Spandau Arms, SPANDAU, Spandau. And you put that in there, it's going to lead you to some of this stuff. And they've been making guns for a long time. They are made overseas. It is Turkish. And before anybody wants to, I've been into it on Facebook about this. I think you guys know, but there's a lot of nice stuff being made in Turkey now.
Oh yeah,
for sure.
Guns, some nice shotguns, but I want to give this. They're making, as soon as I got there, everybody's talking about, the buzz. One of the buzz things was they're basically making a clone of a Remington 700 rifle. Now, I fully admit I've always been a Remington fan. I think a lot of us hillbillies in West Virginia are. I really had all the mess with Remington. Many people know the story. They went under, they went bankrupt, they were sold out for pieces.
Yeah.
It kind of broke my heart, really. There is a company making Remington firearms, or supposed to be. You put up SD Arms. Thank you for that. And that lead the people to this rifle I'm talking about.
Yep, that's their website right there.
And among other things, they're making what basically a Remington 700 rifle, which has fans everywhere. People still talk about, I want to get a Remington 700. When is Rem Arms going to put one out? I don't know. I just don't know exactly what that company's doing. Okay. And I'm not in on a lot of this, but check this rifle out, and I'm going to be writing about it for Spandau SDS. It is a Remington in that it is a clone. You could switch parts around from the Remington 700s you have at home to this rifle.
Wow.
Now, I haven't had one. I'm going to get one. I'll be talking about it. If it's no good, I'll tell you that. But I've heard a lot of good things, how it shoots and everything, and it's a 700. It's in 308 right now, which I thought was a good choice. But new other calibers are going to be coming, and I thought that was one of the biggest things is you just haven't heard anything about a Remington 700 for a while, and these people were making one. I mean, a good one. You can look on the website. It's beautiful. The wood is beautiful. You just got to take a look at it. Now, that same shop, Spandau Arms, connected with Hugler, which has made shotguns forever, is making some other things you consider a clone, including some of the Benelli shotguns.
Okay.
Oh, nice.
Them a shot. They look like clones to me. I mean, they were nice. And if I dare say, into the price thing, these things are way below what they're cloning. That rifle right there, they call it the, I don't know why, they call and the RL. I do not know what those letters stand for. It has, for example, it has 5R barrel. If you followed the old 700s back in the day, they had like a variation of the 700. It had super accurate barrel on it, different twists. They called it the 5R.
Yep.
And they put the barrel on it. It comes with a Picatinny rail on it. You can see that. 2 different mags. And I want to say they got it listed for $7.99 or something.
Yep, $799.99.
That's not bad. Wow.
Now, as you know, in the world of gun prices, if you shop around on the internet and everything, you will find them cheaper than that, once this gets going. I mean, quite a bit cheaper.
Yeah,
but it's pretty. Anybody likes the 700 is going to like it. Threaded barrel. It's got a
yeah, it's a beautiful gun. I'm showing it right now live. If you're watching, you can see these pictures. It's got a Picatinny rail on top of it.
Comes with a Picatinny rail.
Nice. Look at that
trigger. So just clamp right on there.
I think I can zoom in on that.
If you like a 700, you're going to like it. Believe me.
That is beautiful.
One was out there. I was telling you about the Benelli shotguns. Benelli shotguns in the M2 and M4 range. The clones of those for right around $500.
Wow. Okay.
Around that. I'm sorry.
So that piqued my interest because Benelli sure ain't that price.
And they had hunting guns and the tactical guns.
Okay.
You'll just have to get on there and look around a little bit. That was one of the biggest things.
That's a beautiful gun for $7.99.
I'll look at it here in a little bit.
Yeah. I streamed. I did a screen share of the website.
Yeah.
So if you're watching right now, you can see the whole
thing. Again, people can get on that web if they want to get a hold of me. I mean, you better say before you get me off here, put a plug in for Guns and Cornbread.
Oh yeah, we will.
Oh yeah, buddy.
I already got one set up.
Yeah, we got you. Right, your logo's right up there in the top right hand corner. Come on.
There you go. And then I'll have stuff on the website. Once we get going on that. I got some pistols to talk about. I don't know how much time we're going to have, but Mossberg, excuse me, I visited with them for a while, and they have they got a lot of line extensions, and if you want to say new stuff, if you remember, I think it was the year before last, and I've got one, and I had a buddy beat me out of it. He just kept it up until now I don't have one. But they brought out that little, it's an over and under. I know y'all saw it. And over and under, fully camoed shotgun came out first in 12 gauge. And that line, they call it the International Silver Reserve Eventide. I don't know where they got that mouthful of a name. But it's a really nice little over and under shotgun. They have them out in, basically all the gauges now. The new one this year is a 410. So if you're into the 410 hunting, and I know a lot of people are, since TSS just revolutionized everything, but that little 410 Mossberg, turkey gun. What I didn't get out, it's got a 20-inch barrel.
Oh, okay. Nice.
So the 12 gauge, 28, and 20, I mean, it gets your attention really quick. Sure. And last year before, when I first saw it, I had to have one. And if somebody's looking for a 410, they might want to look at that. But gosh, what a pretty little gun, 410 with a 20-inch barrel. Be real nice for kids, real easy to handle.
Oh yeah,
Not
for sure.
be, pretty slick.
Right. Now, are there any new trends or innovations in the outdoor industry that you're excited about coming out this year? Any of the new calibers, like what 25 come out there from Weatherby?
I think he's wanting to talk about some pistols. Let's take a break real
Okay.
quick and hear a word from our sponsor. And Larry will be right back, and we'll talk about some pistols real quick, and then Dan.
Yeah.
Thanks, Ben.
This episode of On the Limb podcast with Nature's Voice Game Calls is brought to you by Douglas Barrels, located at 5504 Big Hollow Road, Charleston, West Virginia, 25313. Douglas Barrels has been handcrafting ultra rifle barrels for over 70 years. Their expertise is impressive and unmatched. If you want barrels made by meticulous craftsmen who take pride in their work and do not take shortcuts in production, give Douglas Barrels a call at 304-776-1431 or visit them on the web at douglasbarrels.net. Get your ultra rifle barrel today from Douglas Barrels, 304-776-1431.
All right, guys, we're back with Larry Case, an outdoor writer here in West Virginia, and he's written for all kinds of magazines. We're kind of doing a SHOT Show recap and going to be talking a little bit about his company there that he runs, Guns and Cornbread. So, but first, Dan's going to do the Salute to Valor.
Yeah. So, all right, guys, tonight our Salute to Valor is going to go out to Ryan M. Pitts. He was born in 1985 in the United States. He served in the Army from 2003 to 2009, where he was rank of a staff sergeant. He attended his one station unit training at Fort Sill, and after completion of training, he was assigned to the 319th Field Artillery Regiment until 2005, where he was then assigned to the 503rd Infantry Regiment, 173rd Airborne Brigade until 2009. He was deployed twice to Afghanistan, and he served as a forward observer. He is one of I think 9. I'd have to look that up, but I think one of 9 living recipients of the Medal of Honor.
Wow.
As well as he was awarded a Bronze Star, Purple Heart, and among others. So we just want to thank him for his valiant service in Afghanistan conflict. We appreciate his service. Thank you.
Yep. Thank you for your service, sir.
All right. So back to Larry. We'll get you on the pistols. Then I'll ask that one little couple questions I had still. Did we lose him?
That you guys do that. If I could say real quick, I get to go on a hunt with what was my guys, my District 4 in DNR, and the officers there. They do a couple great things. They do a youth hunt for kids, the youth deer hunt, and they do they'll have like 20 kids, and it is a big event there in Monroe County. And in December, when the bear season comes in, the officers there, along with some local bear hunters, they do this great event together. They plan it and put it on with USSA, United Special Sportsmen's Alliance.
Oh, nice.
And every year they will have, it's either 2 combat wounded vets, which they had this year. Sometimes they have 2 kids, young people that have, life-threatening illnesses.
Right.
And this year it was 2 vets, and we were there in Monroe County, kind of my old stomping grounds. And I get to tag along. I just get to go and take pictures and talk to them and do a story. And man, we have a ball with those guys.
Oh, I guarantee you.
No doubt. Yeah.
It's a bear hunt with hounds.
Yeah.
And it's pretty exciting sometimes.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Those bear hunts can get get rather exciting real quick.
Yeah, you were talking about the vets. I just wanted to throw that in there.
Appreciate it.
No, it's awesome. I'm so glad that they do something like that. I'm sure that they would, but we didn't even know anything about that. So, Larry, thanks for telling us about that.
Yeah, we'll look into that too with them. We'll talk to them about that a little bit more and see what we can do.
Might have to get you around that next year.
Yeah, Dan, that may be good for you.
I've been trying to get on a bear hunt with dogs. I got some buddies that do it, but it just never seems to work. They're always got full buggies, you know how that goes.
Right. Well, we'll have to talk about that sometime.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, so we're going to hit on some pistols.
Yeah, let's do some pistols.
What kind of new pistol innovations or products?
A lot of interest in, concealed carry and home defense and everything. You guys know that.
Absolutely, yeah, big time.
And I just wanted to mention, because I ran into now the 9mm black striker fired pistols, as you know, there is a whole bunch of them now.
Mm-hmm.
And I've said several times, I could lay the Glock and the Hellcat and the Smith M&P and then some of these, the Taurus and things I'm going to, you can put 10 of them on the table. You can't hardly tell them apart. Okay.
Right.
But of course, there is some differences. And new this year, brand new right now, if you don't know about Stoeger, which we haven't talked about before, I've done some things with them. First of all, they got some great shotguns.
Yes, they do. I like your shotguns.
They very well so do.
I've actually done a waterfowl hunt or two with them, and we didn't really try, but it was good for the story. But those guns took a lot of abuse.
Oh yeah. They're tried and true. We have plenty of waterfowlers down here in our area that use them. Greg Hicks was big on them, and so was John Fowler.
I've been really impressed with Stoeger. Is in the same house with Benelli and Froggy.
Yeah.
In West Virginia, we used to call them Frenchies.
Yeah, I've heard them called that a bunch.
But Stoeger does a great job with some of their waterfowl and turkey guns. But they have fairly new to them this line of the little striker fired pistols. They got a brand new one. I want to tell you about it real quick. You can look all this up. You can Stoeger. You go to Stoeger.com, whatever it is. And this one is called their Thin Line. Now, what they're really thinking on this stuff, I know some of the guys there that come up with it, kind of a friend of mine, Keith Hanline, and he comes up with some of this shotgun stuff and on these pistols. So what they did, they did a couple things that I think the consumer's going to like. They thinned down the grip. They put in these, get this out, in these type of pistols, they usually have a standard size, the big one. They have what they call a compact. Most of the brands have this. And then they have even a smaller one they call a micro.
Mm-hmm.
Well, so what they did, they kind of crossed some of this stuff. It was smart when I got to looking at it and handling some of these. So they had like a micro grip, the grip part, let's say, on a compact pistol. Easier to hold on to. Smaller statured shooters, especially maybe some of the girls that want to have the pistol. And this one I was looking at, this new Thin Line, it has a 19+1 capacity.
Jeez.
Not 20 rounds, 29 rounds. You know what? There's probably not too many things you can't settle with 20 rounds.
Sure.
It's it's new. Besides the slim, it's thin line, not slim, but easier to hold on to, easier on your grip. And he showed me they did some of these things. Let's face it. You know what? When we talk about racking a pistol, moving the slide back and forth,
Uh-huh.
some of them are kind of stiff,
Oh, yeah.
and it's hard, and it's intimidating, in my opinion, especially to a new shooter. Well, they took care of some of that. It's a reduced spring on this thing. It's easier to move the slide back and forth. And so if you shot any of them, I think you're going to see that as soon as you pick this thing up. And might want to give it a look at it online, and see what you think.
Yeah, I'm gonna definitely check that out myself. Honestly.
Well, I think you'll like it, and I know you don't have that much time, but Taurus has a brand new one themselves, and it's got some good stuff. Look at the Taurus TX9.
Yeah,
Taurus
I've seen
X9.
that. I did that one.
And one of the biggest things they got going, they're going to say, I would assume they're making a push. They went through whatever the hoops are to make a semi-auto pistol duty ready. In other words, it could be used by police departments.
Okay.
And it's going to be interesting to see if anybody jumps on that. Yeah, the Taurus, I know it's not all in Brazil anymore. They've had a plant in Georgia for several years now.
Yeah, they have.
Gainesville, Georgia. It's, I believe it's Gainesville, close to the Florida line, and they got some good stuff.
Yeah, I like their TX22 they got. That thing, that's a good gun.
Yeah.
Especially with an FRT on it.
Especially what?
One of those FRT triggers on it.
Oh, yeah.
So out of everything that you've seen out there, Larry, what are some things like developments that you think will impact the average hunter or the outdoorsman? We're talking about, concealed carry, suppressors, different things like that. So just your average outdoorsman, your average hunter, what did you see out there that they could benefit from?
Well, boy, I don't want
a lot.
to. I'm sorry.
I'm sure a lot.
Yeah, and it truthfully it gets to be a blur after a while.
Yeah, because there's so much.
Kind of glaze over. The suppressor, I know I've already brought it up. My humble opinion, usually when I write, I say my not so humble opinion. The suppressor is going to continue to impact the American hunter. And I'm saying that's a good thing.
Yeah.
It is hopefully less going to be looked at as, hopefully everybody won't looking at you like you got two heads. It's going to be more popular, more commonplace, I hope, much easier to acquire now. And in the whole scheme of things, it's good, and it's going to be a big deal. We got, let's face it, there's a whole speech about we got less room to hunt. Some small areas we can hunt are shrinking. You got some private land, and maybe it's going to be better if you don't have big crashing booms, high-powered rifle, right?
Sure.
It makes you a better shooter, a better shot. I don't care what anybody says. It definitely, and it seemed like, I don't know, maybe suppressor companies don't press or stress that enough. But it definitely reduces recoil, obviously, hopefully. Most stuff, even with not shooting subsonic ammo, you don't have to wear hearing protection.
Right.
And that's a big deal right there. My opinion.
Oh, absolutely.
And I had something else right there, and you let me talk about the suppressor too long.
What's your opinion on all these new calibers coming out? I know Weatherby, like I said earlier, they just released their 25 was it a 25 arc? No, 25 something. But come out with that, and then you got the 6mm. They've come out with arc, the 22 arc, all new calibers coming out here in the last few years, which a lot of these have been Wildcats for years. But you think that's the way the industry's going? Bigger BC for longer range shooting and hunting?
Calling it a 25, whether it be RPM.
RPM, that's it.
Yeah, I don't know if I'm the one to ask at. I mean, anything I say, I don't want you to think I'm being negative. I'm not, I don't even know how to say this. I don't personally, maybe I should as a writer, but you can't write about everything. At least I can't. Okay. But I'm not one to jump on every new caliber that comes out. I don't want to be negative about it. I want companies to do that if they see fit. Well, we need to be for, my opinion, most anything that's got anything to do with a gun now.
Oh, yeah.
If they want to develop something new, do they need to develop new stuff to have new products? Yes, but I'm not answering your question very well.
I get where you're going with it, though. I mean, you got to continue innovation. I mean, that's what they're doing. They're bringing out these things that have been Wildcat cartridges for years, and they're letting these people have them as a in-store purchasable instead of you having to trim your own cases, do your own reloading.
Yeah,
all that.
Yeah.
Now you can get that from the factory loaded ammos.
Uh-huh.
So I mean, it is an innovation to the industry. I just didn't, I'm just. Are they bringing out too many too quick here in the last few years? Is kind of where I was getting at, maybe.
Yeah, well, I don't know. Again, I'm not answering your question very well. You get to the point where what's too many?
Sure.
I mean, I think, as if I do anything about that, the board will decide that.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
If people aren't buying it, then it's probably going to quietly go away.
Mm-hmm.
I think I like that there are people that are bigger. I can't think of the word, but they like that stuff. They want to constantly try this, and usually they're big on reloading and all this stuff.
Sure.
I mean, I love rifles. I've got a bunch of them, but I've written before, when you really get into the nitty gritty. Now, there's some writers that are really good at that. I can name a couple, as you know, but I've written before. My problem is they put new math on me in St. Albans in the 7th grade at Hayes Junior High School, and that scarred me for life. So, anything to do with numbers kind of.
I got you.
Weren't asking me for help on their homework anymore past 2nd grade, probably. Dad don't know. We better go ask Mom.
Yeah. There you go.
But there's a little bit of truth to that.
Yeah.
All that rifle stuff, there's a lot of math, which is why I delved deeply into shotguns early on. But there are some people that are really good at that. And I like there are people, I think some of the shooters, they just like all that stuff. They want to reload. They want to see, can I get some more speed out of this one? And I'm going to go farther than this one, friendly competition on long range shooting. To me, that's all great. We need that to keep the firearms industry going.
Yeah.
If I could take this real quick, if I could drop this real quick on that note, I have a project with rifles that's been going on for a couple of years that I want you to watch for this. I love, it's a nostalgia thing for me, the 220 Swift. Still, this is where you can get a lot of good arguments going. It's the fastest commercially available cartridge out there. This cartridge came out in the 30s. And I got a friend who's crazy, but we're in this together, who has a really good website you can look up. He does great videos and photography, and he's in on his projects with me. Excuse me. His name is Hunter Elliott, and his website is rangehot.com. One word, rangehot.com. Now, I've had some articles out, but he's already done, excuse me, fellas, he's already done a couple things on this gun. So 2 years ago, one of our goals is to get a couple of the major manufacturers to bring the Swift back to manufacture 220 Swifts again. There's still some people loading for it, as you probably know. Hornady loads 220 Swift, for example. But we went to Savage a couple years ago. Boy, I ain't gonna stop. Savage built Hunter and I a 220 Swift.
Oh, wow. What happened? Hello. We lost him.
Yep, we lost him. Oh, he's back. Nope.
Did we come back?
There you are. All right.
Yeah, you're back. We lost you there for a minute. Sorry about that.
Sorry about that. I just wanted to get that in. We're talking about rifles. But be looking at this and go to Hunter's. Thank you, dear. I'm getting a cup of coffee.
Whoa.
That's service.
I'm getting something to drink. She heard me coughing. Go to Hunter's website. I'll be having some more stuff out on it. Rangehot.com. And they built us this rifle, the Savage Model 12. It has one of those acronym names. It's Precision Varmint, LR, PC or V or something. It's a varmint. It's a bench gun.
Yeah.
Single shot, right hand bolt, left hand eject, and it is a shooter.
That'd be weird.
Well, you can look it up, and they built us one, and so just kind of be watching for that. We're hoping, the home run's going to be if we get somebody say, okay, we'll start offering this gun in the 220 Swift again. The old groundhog hunter days, which I came from in West Virginia, we're talking 70s and before, Greenbrier, Pocahontas, Monroe County, all the Greenbrier Valley, there were lots of groundhogs.
I think I got 3 boxes of 220 Swift. The gun case. It's either 220 Swift or 222. I can't remember.
You think you might have some Swift?
It's either that or the 222 caliber.
You said maybe got 3 boxes?
Yeah.
Well, I'll give you a quarter for them.
Yeah. I'll bet.
I don't know. I think it's a fun project. If the weather ever clears up, we're going to get out and do some more shooting. But you can be kind of looking for that if you want to.
Oh, yeah.
We'll definitely link that on rangehot.com on there.
It's already on there.
Yeah.
If you'd like to visit the website, the QR code's up now. You can visit the website, Rangehot. Expert firearms reviews and guides.
He's really going to owe me.
Yeah, we got him up there for you, so everybody can go visit that.
I appreciate it.
Sure.
Appreciate it.
Yep.
Yeah.
Go ahead and hit on that, Dan.
All right. Yes. You speaking of doing some writing and stuff, like you mentioned there a little earlier, you got Guns and Cornbread out now. So I'm pretty sure we've asked you about it. I know you got the blog out, Guns and Cornbread. What inspired you to start that? And is that really all you're writing in now, or you still writing other articles? We're lost again.
Yep.
Well,
Lost him again. He'll come back. He goes away and comes back.
goes away and comes back.
There he comes.
There he is. Maybe.
We lost you again there, buddy. Can you hear us now?
Are we back?
There you
Yep, you're back. We didn't go nowhere. You did.
Are we back?
are. Oh yeah.
Yep, we're here.
You ask about. You very kind of ask if I could say this. I started writing. Everybody said, or I thought you need a website, okay? And my brand, well, Guns and Cornbread is brand if I had one, okay? And everybody in the industry will at least, they'll tell you, maybe they're just being nice. Gosh, Larry, it's a great name and we like it and, blah, blah, blah. But believe it or not, I did put some thought into it. And the idea of that name is, well, I'm a gun writer. And it's best to be upfront about that, I write about guns and the cornbread. People say, well, it sounds great. Boy, that catches your eye. And maybe it does. I don't know. But to me, it means this. It's us here in Appalachia. Okay? That's where I come from. That's where you guys, it's about you guys. It's us here in middle or southern Appalachia, our whole hunting and outdoor culture. That's what cornbread means in that title. Does that make any sense?
Sure. Yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay. Scared me there. There's
like
crickets. I didn't know.
No, you're
I was ready to do a Rodney Danger. Sorry.
Yeah, I think you got a little bit of bad service there. You're cutting in and out a little bit.
Well, I was trying to explain it's us here in Appalachia. It's squirrel hunting and coon hunting and rabbit hunting, deer hunting too, turkey hunting. It isn't all, big bucks on big leases and all this kind of stuff. It's everyday, the blue collar guys, if that makes any sense. And most of us here in this country eat cornbread. So Guns and Cornbread means, if that makes any sense.
No, it makes perfect sense.
Perfect sense to us.
Yeah, I love cornbread.
And guns.
And guns.
Well, you can see the logo, and if you go to the website, if I may, gunsandcornbread.com, as soon as you get on there, there'll be a pop-up, and it takes you to where you can get the t-shirt and the hats, and I believe hoodies. And they're made in West Virginia. They're made right there in Union, West Virginia. Moco Shirts. He's the one that's doing them for us.
Oh, nice.
Okay.
Yep, I got you up right there. There's your website there, gunsandcornbread.com. There, they can visit that, and then we'll put up the shop here so you can see
Cool.
one of the hoodies. So you got a black hoodie with American flag there on the left arm.
Yeah, he does Boy, you can tell I'm really informed about this. He he does several variations. I know the T-shirts have been real popular. Maybe the hoodie too. I saw some people like in bear season. A couple people had them with as a blaze orange hoodie.
I like that. I might have to get me one of those.
People seem to like that logo. I don't know. You can tell I'm a great salesman.
Oh, that's funny.
Well, Larry, anything else that you would like to hit on from the SHOT Show before we get off?
Gosh, guys, it's like a lot of things. I know as soon as we hang up, there's going to be
Right.
Yeah.
there. I mean, did you guys have any more questions about you thought might have been there or anything?
No. I guess, just your final thoughts on the SHOT Show and the outdoor industry and how it is in today's time.
I think in general, now you're talking to a little guy, okay? And I went to a couple of events, but I don't meet, with the heavy hitters every night. It's people will say the gun industry, it's probably down a little bit, okay? People are wondering, companies, maybe they're being tentative about bringing stuff out. And maybe things are down a little bit. But in my limited experience, this is the way in any business. I've seen it in the 10 or 12 years I've been doing this. Things go up and down,
Oh, yeah.
And believe it or not, a big factor, and I think you guys know this, when what would be thought of as gun-friendly administrations are in, people actually buy less guns.
Yeah.
When
right.
administration is in, or you think they're coming in, without naming a lot of names, we all know who they are, people will buy the heck out of stuff, say, oh, I got to go get one of these because next year I may not be able to get one.
Yep.
Type of stuff. So it's a paradox to me. We love, or I'm going to say I love, a gun-friendly administration, but it may not sell as many total guns at a time than something different, if that makes any sense.
Oh, yeah.
Yep. All right. Well, I guess that'll do for this evening, Larry. We, as always, we sure appreciate your time and coming in and speaking with us.
Anytime, guys. If you guys ever get all this technical stuff figured out, call me and we'll do it again.
Buddy, we're gonna get you a podcast rolling here before long, I tell you.
Yeah.
Can I hold you to that?
Huh?
Can I hold you to that?
You can hold me to that. Yep.
You might have some bugs in it, but
Yeah.
it'll roll.
You'll definitely have some bugs that you got to get kicked out.
I very much appreciate you having me on.
Yep.
Oh yeah, we appreciate you coming on talking to your experience out there at SHOT Show this year.
Yep, we sure do. We always like to get updates from these shows. We get updates from the ATA show. You're doing the update with the SHOT Show. We always do updates from our little shows we go to here in the tri-state. So kind of give the outdoorsmen and all the hunters around the area and nationwide, what's going on in our neck of the woods.
Yep, we'll have an update from NWTF.
Yeah,
in a little while.
We sure will. Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll have Dave Constantine on, and he's a master expert decoy carver.
Yep.
And he's an artist. I'm sure you've heard of him, Larry.
Yeah, I have.
We'll have him on right after NWTF this year, so that'll be a sure good show for everybody.
Yeah. Hey guys, don't forget to use podcast 10 at checkout with outdoor-pro-shop.com for 10% off your entire order. Check us out on Nature's Voice Game Calls and use podcast 15 at checkout for 15% off your order. Actually, I think right now, if you go on the website, we're doing 20% discount right now.
So, oh yeah, still up there, 20%.
Yeah, so
Turkey season's right on the way.
That's right. We got turkey season coming. We got 20% discount up there, so don't worry about that. Also, check out aquacase.net for your waterproof bags and case expert, and use podcast 15 at checkout for 15% off your order there as well, guys.
Podcast 15.
That's right.
Get you some good stuff there, folks. We've got the link up there for the Nature's Voice game calls. That's one of our most popular calls. That's raspy. You like a raspy hen. Larry, can you tell us about the nasty hen? You've had the nasty hen.
I'm trying to look here.
It's a brown one.
Yes, I like that. As soon as you put that up there, I started thinking, I think I need some more of them.
There you go.
Yeah.
Get any of them.
Yeah.
Know a guy.
We know a guy. That's for sure.
We need to talk.
Well, we talk, but you need to talk some more.
What's that called? Anything raspy.
Anything raspy.
Yes, I like it.
All righty. Well, guys, we sure appreciate you all watching, listening live this evening. Larry, again, thank you for your time. You have a good evening.
Thank you, sir. Appreciate it.
Yes, sir. All right, guys, we'll be sure to check us out on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Amazon Music, or wherever you get your podcast. And we sure appreciate everybody listening. We had some technical issues there, but I think we're good to go now. So, you want to talk about the hunt show real quick?
Oh, I sure do. Yeah, let's do that. I forgot about that. We just got done with one. We got another one coming up.
Yeah.
So this one is the 2025.
2026, maybe?
What is it?
2026?
It sure is 2026. Ain't it?
He's in a different
Wow.
year.
It's the 24th annual. See, I got all screwed up. 25, 24th, and 26th. So, so it's the 24th annual fishing, hunting, and outdoor sports show at the Ruby Community Center at Milan Park in Morgantown, West Virginia. That'll be going on March 7th through the 8th, 2026 this year. The schedule of seminars is going to be Chris Lawrence will be up there. You got some wounded game recovery, talking about that with Sean Butler from Longspur Tracking. Ted and Amber with the Chase will be there. That'll be hosted with Chris Lawrence. Hunt Chef will be there doing some wild game cooking. There's all kinds of other ones going on, guys. You got a DIY hunt planning with Justin Aust from On Point Adventure. Yeah, On Point Adventure. So that'd be a pretty good one to check out. And as always, Bugsy's Baits will be up there. He'll be doing something with the information.
He'll do some kind of casting or
yeah,
with the kids. He always does that, or him and Rob get up there and they do some great stuff about different kinds of lures that you can use during different seasons. Different fish, different things like that. Bugsy's well-rounded when it comes to the lures.
Yes.
So, yep, that's the West Virginia Fishing, Hunting, and Outdoor Sports Show, March 7th and 8th, 2026, Ruby Community Center at the Milan Park, Morgantown, West Virginia. We'll be there. We hope to see you there. Everybody have a great evening. We sure appreciate you guys. Have a good night. This episode of On the Limb podcast with Nature's Voice Game Calls is brought to you by Douglas Barrels, located at 5504 Big Tyler Road, Charleston, West Virginia, 25313. Douglas Barrels has been handcrafting ultra rifle barrels for over 70 years. Their expertise is impressive and unmatched. If you want barrels made by meticulous craftsmen who take pride in their work and do not take shortcuts in production, give Douglas Barrels a call at 304-776-1431 or visit them on the web at douglasbarrels.net. Get your ultra rifle barrel today from Douglas Barrels, 304-776-1431. This episode of On the Limb podcast with Nature's Voice Game Calls is brought to you by Webb Plumbing Incorporated, located at 6202 McCorkle Avenue, St. Albans, West Virginia. Webb Plumbing Incorporated has had master plumbers and HVAC specialists established and serving the Kanawha Valley since 1994.
30 years of commercial and residential service that you can trust. Contact Webb Plumbing today at 304-768-4324 for a free estimate or quote today. You can also visit them on the web at webbplumbing.net. Contact Webb Plumbing Incorporated today at 304-768-4324.